Hello everyone, and welcome back to TYTO Ecology, the Arctic biome. And I love this. Look how beautiful it is. There's snow falling from the, top of the dome. I don't know if you could really call that the sky. Clouds moving overhead. We've got little animals, a lot of lemmings, and a lot of snowshoe hare dashing all around right now. Look at how cute it is. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. Look at its little nose. Oh, it's so adorable. And everybody seems to be doing pretty well right now inside of the biodome. And I am starting to remember how to control my little owl bot, which is the itty bitty little robot that we use to fly all over the place and check out what's going on in our biodome. Look at those beautiful snowflakes. Oh, those are so pretty. And we've got so much more to start adding in. In fact, we have a lot of energy. So without waiting, without hesitation, let's go ahead and dive in and start throwing down some more plants so that all of our animals have more things to eat. Look at these cute little lemmings. I'm sure they would appreciate more diamond leaf willows. It's so interesting. This is kind of like, let's add in a lot more bearberries, I think. But this is really a very interesting biome because it reminds me a lot of our desert biome that we used to have, where you don't have as many plants, nearly as many plants as the Himalaya and the jungle biome, but they really do serve some pretty important purposes. Like, I guess you could have, I guess there really are heavily forested Arctic biomes now that I think about it. All the pictures I ever see of Alaska, sometimes you have just these beautiful, thick evergreen forest, and they're so pretty. So maybe instead of having to keep it a very sparse biome the way we do with our desert biome, we can fill this place up with evergreens, and we can fill it with so many different types of plants. And just imagine all of the animals we can have roaming around inside as a result. All of these foxes, I really want to get a lynx. I'm so looking forward to a lynx. I know a lot of you guys are really looking forward to the Arctic wolves. Oh my gosh, and the caribou is just so beautiful, and it can eat poisonous or venomous life forms, which means it can eat our poisonous moss. Look at that stuff. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe that there's actually poisonous moss out there. I had no idea until playing this, and I love researching biology. That's one of the things I love about it. I've spent years researching it, and I still learn new things pretty much every day. All right, let's add some of this tuft saxifraga and get a good look at it. Sorry, I'm still remembering how to control Owlbot, so I'm all over the place. It's so cute! For some reason, it reminds me of like a little pie or a little cactus. So those are pretty adorable. I wonder what they're all about. Let's look at their biodex. So they give us a few leaves. They have pretty quick reproduction. Oh, and the word saxifrage roughly translates to rock breaker. It's commonly grows on or near rocks, though it does not break them apart. So it's kind of like a lichen then, I suppose. It is thought that the name rock breaker refers to its historic use to the treatment of kidney stones. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. It's consumed by herbivores such as rabbits and lemmings. So our rabbits and lemmings that we have down will probably really appreciate that. And it's sometimes used as an ornamental plant, though it will not grow south of its natural habitat. That's so cool. I don't think I've ever seen it in person. So that'll be like a new little goal thing to try to look out for. Let's add in more diamond leaf willows just while we're down here. And then let me go ahead and look at the biodex for this plant again. It is a cold weather plant that grows in the tundra. And, Northern Oregon! So anybody from Canada, Alaska, Oregon, do you guys ever see these things? Are they kind of cool? So they grow on rocks? I'm thinking like cold weather lichen, basically. These flowers are called tuft saxifrage because they are covered in tiny hairs. Other saxifrage plants are similarly hairy, but this particular plant is the only one with tuft in its name. Aw, there you go. And it relies on pollinators for reproduction, so we need to make sure it is close to those amazing Arctic bumblebees that we have. And let's see. Oh, I left it. Now we're all over the place. There we go. And it will bloom in our biodome for about 5 years. Actually, wouldn't that be so fun? You guys, if we did a 100-year biodome challenge, which biodome would you want to use? Would you want to use the Himalaya biodome? Because then we could have like the tigers, and we could have wolves, and we could have the red pandas and the pangolins. I'm a big fan of all of those things, actually. So that would be really fun. Do you think we should do a 100-year biodome challenge? I like that idea. But for now, we're going to stay in the Arctic biome for quite a while, just really enjoying watching it and seeing how all of the animals are doing. You can't really see any of them right now. We're so high up and they're so tiny. So let's get down on the ground and keep an eye on these tiny populations. So the Arctic hares are doing okay. How close are they to maybe thinking about reproducing? Let's turn on their little territory markers, and then let's get a good view. All right, average hunger. Oh, yay, we just got a little bit more money, a few more TYTO coins. We don't have a lot of biodiversity just yet, so we'll add in some new things soon. 17 weeks until they reproduce, and 10 weeks until our lemmings reproduce. Well, you guys, I think we have enough plants, because it doesn't look like, yeah, lemming hunger rate is still good, and a lot of our plant populations seem like they're still healthy. So, and let's see, biodome health is at 100%. Let's add in some more lemmings. Where is this lemming territory end? This lemming territory kind of ends up here, so up between these trees. Let's add in another batch of lemmings. You want to have lots and lots of those herbivores on the bottom of the food pyramid, right above plants at least, who can become food for some of our other predators, because I'm thinking maybe a Arctic fox would be really fun to add in. Oh, look at that. Let's go ahead and unlock it at least. So let's add in a couple little colonies of lemmings up here. And let's put in, ooh, the jewel lichen. I want to unlock that. That looks really cool, actually. Let's put down some jewel lichen just so we can see what it looks like. All right, it looks like a rock. It looks like a really, in fact, it is a rock because it's growing on a rock. That's so pretty. I want to decorate all over the place with this thing. All right, I want to put another rock over here. There we go. And let's get some of the caribou moss over here. And we can basically use these decomposers as like rocky decorations. That's so fun. And that ends up having a lot of really good decomposers kind of scattered around to help clean up after all of the animals that we're going to have too. Because if the lemmings are going to be anything like my guinea pig that I used to have, you have to change their cages all the time. All right, so there's the bear berries. And then let's see, maybe some more cotton grass up here. You aren't going to come over and eat this poisonous moss, are you, little lemming? I don't think you should do that. Buddy, that's poisonous moss. Where are you going? He's lost. He's inside. Oh, there he is again. He's coated in poisonous moss. What are you going to do, little guy? Oh gosh, he's so cute. Look at him. He's so adorable. He's just going to chug along. He's exploring. Oh, this one's running after something. So what are you doing, little one? Oh, headed right over here for the bear berry. So we probably want to get some more bear berries put down up by our trees so that the lemmings have plenty of food. Is that lemming going for the lichen? Where'd it go? Is it inside the rock? Did it dig itself like a little hole? Where are you, little lemming? Oh, did it still keep running? No, I'm pretty sure there's... Look, yeah, there's a lemming in here. Did he just eat the lichen? Did you just eat that lichen? He did! The lemmings will eat the lichen, you guys. I had no idea. All right, so that's kind of cool. They're very cool. I love being able to decorate with like rocks and things like that too. It's kind of fun to have pieces of our little ecosystem that can be a little bit decorative. Look, this one's eating the rock too. They're just coming right up and like licking the jeweled stone. It's so pretty. Oh, sorry. I'm still learning how to control Owlbot again. It's changed since the last time I've played. All right, and let's get in some more big trees wherever I can stick them in up here. I want to probably turn this entire cliff area right up here into a big, beautiful forest. We want to see a lot of the white spruce start covering everything. I'm going to try to pack them in as closely as I can together, and then we can start working with a bunch of the smaller plants around them. Because we want a really thick forest that we can see some of those beautiful caribou and some of the other big herbivores, like the moose, wandering through. And once we get some of those really big herbivores, then maybe we can start having fun things like the polar bear, for instance. A wolverine would be nice, but I think a wolverine would probably feed primarily on things. Oh, yay, our biodiversity has gone up a little bit. I think that the Wolverine, well, in fact, we can actually go check and see what it would primarily feed on once we unlock it. So, actually, I think we can go to the biodex without having to unlock it. So in we go. Let's see, if we were going to add in a Wolverine, what would it take, you guys? Oh, look at their scientific name, Gulo Gulo. That's interesting. Okay, diet. Wolverines eat a variety of food, from small eggs to mammals up to 5 times their size. They are happy to scavenge carrion and will aggressively drive off larger animals from their kills. I have seen that Wolverines do have a bit of a reputation. Let's see. Because they are well adapted to moving in snow, they can prey on animals trapped in it. And I've actually learned that there are several species of animal, like the snow hare and a lot of species of bird, that will actually burrow into the snow and stay inside of snow burrows overnight in the colder, like northern areas up in the Arctic, where they will be safe from the cold temperatures because they have their own little like personalized igloo that they would have dug out of the snow. That is so fascinating to me. And even tiny things like mice will do it. That's why mice go under the snow and dig snow tunnels. They conserve body heat and stay warm out of the cold inside of the snow. And I thought that was so fascinating. And I learned that even songbirds do that just very recently. I knew some of your bigger animals did, but I never would have thought that tiny little songbirds would do the same thing, do the snow tunneling and stay under the snow, sometimes overnight, in order to stay away from the cold of the outside. That's just so cool. Even birds. Anyway, back to the Wolverine. Because they are well adapted, so it sounds like they are threatened by wolves, mountain lions, bears, and golden eagles. That is very interesting. They will typically climb a tree to evade their would-be predators. In the notes, boasting semi-retractable claws like the X-Men member who shares their name, and powerful jaws, Wolverines can crush the bones of their prey. Oh my gosh, I wasn't going to make an X-Men reference until then. All right, there we go. So Wolverines would be kind of interesting. But it didn't really tell me. I think probably the Ermine it might eat, and maybe the Arctic fox. It sounds like it actually will primarily go around and probably scavenge off of the bigger things like the caribou and the moose once we have those guys in here, and once we have the other bigger predators such as the grizzly bear who will take out the caribou and the moose, or the Arctic wolves, and then it sounds like the Wolverine will go in after they kill it, and the Wolverine will eat from them. So that's really interesting to think about. All right, and the lynx is something I really want to add in. The Arctic fox we can probably add in pretty soon, but we might start with the Ermine population, and we might see what it would take for them to survive here. So let me put down a few trees really quickly because we are at max energy level. This is so exciting. I love the DLC. I love that it just keeps coming out. And I actually would love to do a really just kind of relaxed and interesting 100-year challenge with you guys to let 100 years pass over lots and lots of episodes. Of course we would do 6 months away at a time between episodes, but it would be really interesting to see what would happen in 100 years in our biodome, and maybe I could make it so you guys could go, okay, we should add more of these in or more of those in before, and then help to, like we used to do, so you can choose how we change the biodomes. All right, this place is looking good. I'm excited. So let's check on those lemming populations and see if they're getting ready. 3 weeks until reproduction. So 3 weeks until they have babies, and 10 weeks until the Arctic hares have babies. And the Arctic hares, good. They're doing pretty good on their average hunger. Let's check on the faraway lemming population. I'm starting to feel pretty comfortable. Yeah, feeling pretty comfortable with everybody. So I feel like we could probably add in a predator pretty soon. Maybe just a little Ermine, or however you pronounce that. I'll have to look that up. Whoa, you guys, look! There's pine cones! This is so awesome. We need to get a pollinator in here. Stat. Let's make sure we have plenty of Arctic bees that can come around and can take care of these pine cones. Look at all of them! Oh, I forgot how the plants will go into different fruiting times. That's so wonderful. And the bear berries are definitely the most popular thing, it seems, for the lemmings and the Arctic hares. So we'll need to make sure we have plenty of those down. How are the bearberry populations doing? It seems like they recover really well after being nibbled on. Yeah, we've got a few of them who are kind of getting a little over nibbled right next to the water, right next to this little water source. But we'll fill it in with a lot more as time goes on. All right, I think it's time to jazz things up a little bit with the predator. And we'll do a low-level predator, like the Ermine. And I think that he's going to be very happy to pop out from under this tree. When I said a little predator, I didn't realize it was going to be smaller than even the rabbits. Oh my gosh. You precious, precious thing. Let me turn off the territory markers and let's get... He's so tiny. He's snoozing. You're not even as big as the lemmings. He's not even as big as the lemmings. How will you eat? How will you eat, little one? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's a little carnivore. I thought you were going to be able to eat the lemmings. Are you going to go and you're going to eat the bees? Please, go eat the bees. You're way too small for anything else. I can't believe how tiny they are. I had no idea they were so small. I thought they were going to be, I mean, a lot bigger than that. I really, really did. I thought they were going to be kind of like ferret size. I guess I definitely misjudged that. Oh, 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 is somebody going hunting? All right, some bunnies are moving. Let's go find him. Look how teeny he is. He is smaller than the mushrooms. Oh, this thing. I'm so in love with it. It's so cute. What are you going to come down here for? You're so tiny. What are you gonna do? Are you really gonna come over and try to hunt this lemming? Whoa, sorry. Albot, it's like you click on the opposite button that you would think you would for some things. Oh, he's going, you guys. He's gonna go get something. Is he going after a lemming? Is he gonna go after a bunny? He's so small. Are you really gonna try to take down that bunny? He's trying to take down that bunny. Is it gonna work? No. No, it didn't work. Or are you gonna take down... Oh. Was he wiggling his little tail in like excitement? How are you gonna eat, buddy? So they don't just automatically kill their prey every single time without fail anymore? Oh my gosh, they don't! Wait, okay. Oh, now they both got tired and fell asleep. You're not a lemming. Oh, I keep clicking on the lemming. There we go, the ermine. How are you going to eat? What do you eat? Alright, carnivores through and through, ermine hunt small mammals at night. When rabbits and the like are scarce, they will instead eat birds, eggs, frogs, fish, and insects. So maybe I should have put them next to the fish pond instead. Oh, little one, you're gonna starve to death if you don't eat. Please go get something. He's so tiny. How is he gonna face down the lemmings? Let's keep an eye on him. Oh, there goes the other one too. They're both getting hungry. So when we last played TYTO Ecology, whenever the predators went hunting, they got their prey. Oh, he got it! Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he got the lemming, and now the lemming has like a little dead sign next to it. And he has 15 meat points left before it will disappear. And he has 3 weeks until it will decay. Oh, that's so useful to be able to see those things. So yeah, the game has changed a lot. I'm so excited to continually see like updates and continually see new animals added. I know there's like a burrowing owl, I think, for the desert biome that we need to go see. How did the Arctic hares get a low population? Did the ermine come in already? They're so small, I didn't think they could do that much damage. Huh. Whew, sorry about that. I still have a bit of a cold, so I got myself so excited I ended up coughing. So let's see. Those little ermine, however you pronounce it correctly. Oh, there, now the lemming is just meat. They have come in. There he goes. He's on the hunt again. And it looks like they're already wreaking havoc on our bunny population somehow. So the Arctic hares are struggling to keep their population up since they have not bred yet, and they've already lost one of their members, it seems. So we'll have to keep an eye on them. But they should be having babies in about a little over a month and a week from now. Oh, and we have 9 baby juveniles. Where are they? Oh my goodness, I want to see the juvenile babies. Okay, we need to put down some more bearberries to make sure everybody has enough food. Oh, and of course the spruce trees, so we can build our spruce forest. I'm so excited. All right, let me put down the spruce trees really quickly, and then we're gonna look for some baby lemmings. Maybe they're the size of our fierce, tiny little predators. They're so cute. I had no idea they were so adorable. I think I've seen pictures of those little guys before, but I always thought they were bigger than they are. Like, you know, maybe weasel or ferret sized. There we go. And that's probably because I've worked with ferrets before, so I had a bias in my head of what they would look like. So let's see if we can find the juvenile itty-bitty baby lemmings. Are they hiding over here? No, that looks like a very snoozy lemming though. Looks like he's having a good time. And our biome is officially 6 months old now, by the way, so it seems to be doing pretty good. There they are! Baby lemmings all over the place. We should have lemmings for days. Wonderful. Well, that will really help out if we can have a really healthy, happy lemming population. Now the question is, how is our little ermine population? Oh, there he goes. Coming back to home base under the tree. All right, and how are you guys doing? They're still pretty hungry. Nope, somebody ate. So they're still doing pretty good, and 45 weeks before they have babies. So we may need to add in more populations of those guys if we want them to survive once we start putting in things like the Arctic fox. So I think we really need to see a little bit of a small herbivore baby boom pretty soon. Oh, look at this, and these lemmings and those lemmings. So 1 week left before this lemming territory expands again. The Arctic hares. Oh, one of the little ones one of the itty bitties has somehow taken out an Arctic hare while it had its attention span down. So I think we'll have to get our Arctic hare population up. It's amazing how we're struggling to make sure that we have enough of our herbivores just to feed these two tiny itty bitties. So is there anything else we can learn about them really quickly? Predators. Though they are small, they're very aggressive and can deter larger carnivores such as foxes, badgers, and domestic cats. That's amazing. I would think that would just be a snack for anything, but it can even keep a fox and a badger from eating it, so that's pretty impressive. Once it identifies prey, it approaches closely and snaps the prey's neck with its sharp teeth. Then it wraps its body and feet around the prey and bites its skull repeatedly, so it definitely wants to make sure it gets its food. And then let's see, they prefer woodlands, marshes, and open areas close to forest regions. And their temporal range, colder temperatures appeal to the Ermine, so they inhabit northern regions of Eurasia and North America. They are ever resourceful. They build their dens in tree roots, hollow logs, stone walls, and rodent burrows, so letting somebody else do the hard work of digging it for you. I approve. That's very smart and clever from an animal architect point of view. They also climb trees and swim with ease. These are just little bundles of amazement. I'm very fascinated by these guys now. Although females can only reproduce 1 litter per year, they mate freely throughout the late spring and early summer. So they must bond possibly with a mate. It doesn't say anything. Yeah, it looks like only the female care for their offspring, which are born blind and helpless. They live for 1 to 2 years in the wild, but they have been known to live for up to 12.5 years in captivity. Wow, I would rather be a captive than a wild one then, because that's like living 1,200 years instead of 100 years as a human. Wow. All right, and then social life. Females stick to their birthplace for most of their lives, while males spread out to establish large territories that encompass multiple females' territories. So that's a hard job for a little guy like that. Relationship. Male and females only associate with one another during breeding season. And they have developed a sense of smell, hearing, vision, and touch to help them locate prey. They will occasionally use vocalizations and chemical cues to communicate reproductive readiness to potential mates. So they are just little surprises. What just happened to all my plants? That scared me! Oh, they've gone festive. So they've gone a festive red color that startled the bedoozers out of me because I did not expect this. Oh my gosh. All right, so it looks very pretty in here though. Look at this, you guys. We have got a beautiful biodome on our hands. I'm just thrilled. I can't wait. Whoops-a-daisy. I can't wait to see where this is going to go, how it's going to turn out. What are you doing there, little Ermine? I just learned so much about you. I'm probably pronouncing your name terribly incorrectly, and I'm still stunned that it is not just the size. Are you going to get that bunny? Do you understand how few bunnies I have? Is that a baby bunny? Oh, I think it just got that baby bunny. It's got some food, all right. Oh my. Well, at least he's managing to keep alive. I was so worried about them. All right, so there's that little one. Wow. And I had no idea that the bear berries were going to turn red. That's so pretty. And look at our forest. Oh, and I still have enough. Oh, what? When did we get more trees? Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. We have trees growing everywhere all of a sudden. You guys, this is awesome. All right, well, next time when we come back, I bet there's going to be a lot more surprises for us because I wasn't expecting this already. So this is, wow, like this is really amazing. And we do have juvenile baby hares, so hopefully we'll be able to keep up with our little Ermine population too. So all right, guys, jeweled lichen, poisonous moss, itty-bitty fierce little carnivores that pack quite the punch even though they're so tiny, and hopefully, like, wow, a forest that's definitely spreading on its own. We should put a whole bunch of trees down on the other side and see when the two forests meet next time. That would be amazing. And actually, if it starts spreading too much, that's when you want to introduce your big herbivores to help keep the forest in check. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!